So good morning, and let's do a hands and wrists express session this morning. And we'll probably get the elbows and the shoulders involved in this as well, but let's just primarily look at the hands. So just sort of see how they are, open and close them a couple of times, and just circle your wrists one way and the other, and just sort of check in with how they're feeling. So they might feeling quite tight, they might not be. It might be that you've done a lot of gardening or a lot of keyboard work or a lot of, I don't know whether you make bread or something like that, but you've been doing a lot of things, manual lifting, so you've been holding heavy objects. So just, as I say, just driving, just holding something. So if that's you, then try these. So what I'd like you to do first of all is to lace your fingers together and just turn your hands up the other way. Now, by doing this, it may feel incredibly tight. It might be that lacing your fingers is not that easy, but if you can turn your hands the other way and just gently ease away, and then push the fingertips away, the knuckles, and then push the hands and the knuckles. So as you're doing this, just sort of gently working through this, just see if you can ease the stretch through the palms a little bit. That's it. So push again and release, one more of those. That's it, and then just let go. And just see how your palms are feeling. So I'd like you to now put your hands together and then turn them back towards you and then round in a circle. So if you can, round in a circle. So what does that look like? So if you put your hands together and then bring the backs of your hands together and round in a circle. So it might even be that this is just a little bit of a coordination challenge too. So circle in one way, and now we're going to circle back the other way. So circling those hands, circling those wrists. So this is with sort of mobility and exercises, it's very hard to just isolate one joint because everything's connected. So come back the other way. That's it. So just circling those wrists. So then just see how your fingers are feeling now. So they might be feeling quite good. The wrists might be feeling a little bit better. Okay, so what I'd like you to do now is I'd like you to pinch the, in the middle, not pinch, sorry, I'd like you to press the skin, I suppose it's a bit of a web between your thumb and your index finger. So I'd like you to press down on that. So before we do this, just check in with your hands. Now press down with your thumb, that's the tip of my thumb, into the web between the thumb and between the index finger and the thumb. And as you do that, you'll notice how the thumb naturally just comes in towards the hand. So I'd like you to just press down in there for me. So as you're just pressing down, it's not too hard, so you're not sort of trying to press and make it bruise, just sort of pressing down is good. So then from there, we'll just take that away. Now I want you to press down between your index finger and your middle finger. So you're going to press right down, so your finger is going down and pressing down onto that web. Now I'm actually using my thumb to press down just because I find that easier, but it's the tip of my thumb is pressing down on the sort of web bit of skin between the index finger and the middle finger. So just pressing down in there. And again, just sort of check in with it. How does that feel? Does that feel tender or not? How does it feel? And then release. And then let's go between the middle finger and the ring finger. Now I am going to use my index finger. And again, I'm just going to press, I'll put it against my dark top there, press down on that there. So just gentle pressure, continuous gentle pressure, just pressing down on that spot. So the next place we're going to go to, you guessed it, is between the ring finger and the baby finger. So pressing down in there. So just give that a bit of a press. So we're aiming to do it for sort of, I don't know, 20-30 seconds, something like that. So each time you press down. There we go, so just a little bit longer. Here we are. And then just release that off. So now notice how both hands feel. So there you go. So the hand that I've just done feels so much wider than the other hand. So let's even them up. So press the web between the thumb and the index finger. So press down on there. So give it a good press. That's it. So as you're pressing down, you could just think about your posture and how you're standing. So just roll the shoulders back a couple of times and just think about standing up through your body. So if you're just standing there with your head forward, retract the chin back and lengthen through the spine. So release that. Go to the web between the middle finger and the index finger and press down. So give that a good old press. So again, think about dropping the shoulders and pressing through into that finger, and maybe think about using your abdominal muscles so that you're not just standing there. So think about your pelvis being upright as you do this. So move to the middle finger and the ring finger. So just pushing in there for me. That's it. So I know this isn't sort of big movements and moving around and everything like that, but sometimes exercise and consistency in movement doesn't really require big exercises, big moves. So I've now moved to between my baby finger and my ring finger. So I'm pressing down in there. I'm actually going to change to my index finger pressing down. So just press, 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 press. That's it. Press, 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 press. And then just release off. So now just open the fingers and see if you've evened them up. So hopefully that is feeling a little bit better. So lace the fingers together, push the hands away. This time lift and release down. So bring them together, press away, lift and release. So 2 more of those for me. And just seeing how those fingers feel. That's it. So last one. And then we're going to bring the hands together in front. So wrist, then bring the hands together, and I want you to just pull the elbows out to the side. And again, pull the elbows down and out to the side, and see how much you can keep the heel of your hand together. And again, and 1 more of those. So heels of the hands together. Try not to cheat, let the heels of the hands come away. That's it, because we're looking at a 90-degree bend at the wrist, so that if you need to put your hand down or whatever, then you're not going to damage the wrist. Okay, so let's come up the other way. So backs of the hands together, pull the elbows out to the side and see how that feels. So release, backs of the hands together, push the elbows out to the side. And as you're doing this as well, think about being long through your body, through your posture. And then just 1 more of those. So elbows push out to the side, backs of the hands together, and then just release off. So circle the hands one way, the wrists one way, circle them back the other way. That's it, forwards and backwards. Now we're going to go side to side. Now you may well need to hold on to your wrist. So hold on to your forearm, and you're going to let your wrist go from side to side. And again, just notice if you've got that range of movement, because there should be quite a bit of range of movement. That's it. And then we'll go to the other side. So hold on to the wrist, side to side with that wrist. So you probably find that you can go towards your little finger more than you can go towards your thumb. That's it. And then just rest that there. So again, circling them round. So now what I'd like you to do is to put a little bit of pressure on. Now you can put your hands on a table. I'm actually just going to get down on the floor here. So pop your hands on the floor, and what I'd like you to do is to just lean forwards. If I just come back a little bit here. So go hands on the floor, lean forwards and come off the wrists, and lean forwards and come off the wrists. So what you could do is have your hands on the table to do this and lean forwards. I'm going to do 1 more. Or you can put your hands on a wall. Now with your hands on the floor, can you get your fingers on the floor and then do the move? Because that will really test. So first of all, you just had your hands how they could be. This time you've got your fingers actually flat on the floor. And that's it. So just come up from there, circle the wrists, and you may want to just put the backs of the hands together here. So backs of the hands together, and then backs of the hands together. And there we go. So just some little movements, some mobility work, because bone loading is incredibly important through the wrists. So I hope that was enjoyable and that you found some benefit from that with your hands and your wrists. So thank you very much for watching.